There we go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Sorry about that.
Just
Fantastic.
chilling, talking baseball, chilling.
Paul, Keith, nice meeting you, sir.
Me and you, Adam.
Jamie, welcome
Uh,
aboard.
Yep,
Adam
as
runs the
always. Good to see you,
A-
Adam.
And of course
Adam.
the host of the night, Jeremy. How are you?
Yeah, fantastic. Adam runs Driving to the Top Productions, so
Oh,
he he has quite a few stable of shows under his belt.
That's one of my guys right there, Keith, right below you. Running
Yep.
Tuesday night Subway Conversation, and then in the football season, him and his co-host run the Bills.
So what's
cool.
up, Adam? Great to see you. If you combine Adam's half face with Jamie's forehead, you have three-quarters of the most handsome possible podcasters this side of Jamie Martin.
Listen, listen. I gotta sit up in this chair, or else the YouTube gets this.
Right,
Yeah.
No,
where it looks
So,
like we're
Michael,
trying to
unless you
be.
want half of this shiny thing, let me know.
So
Hey,
yeah,
Adam.
when you sit back like that, it reminds me of watching Aaron Rodgers going into a darkness retreat.
Let's not talk about that
Oh,
bum.
jeez.
We all don't like Aaron Rodgers. Most of
I
us,
know.
anyway. It's just not.
So we know Max Fried is probably one of the top dogs in the league right now as far as pitchers are concerned. Uh, who else you got? That's my number one guy. I know Tariq Skubal has not had a good outing. Neither has Framber Valdez lately. Both of them have over 17 innings pitched and over 15 strikeouts, which is good. But when your ERA is creeping up to the threes, when you're not used to seeing that out of either one of them, that's no bueno.
How can you not say Bryce Elder or Shohei Ohtani with a 0 ERA?
I asked the questions.
Couple good guys in New York I like, in Cam Schlietler. Can never say Cam's name right. And then Nolan McLean for the Mets. Both these guys are pitching well. Very little run support
Yeah.
on either team, but both I think they're going to be fighting for the. When Max Fried is long gone, I think Cam will be fighting to see who's the number one guy in New York with Nolan McLean.
Yeah.
I'm not even responding to that question because we're trying to keep the show a little clean, right?
That was
early
funny.
though, for wins early. I mean, you got pitchers like Steven Matz, Soriano, Soroka, and Brogdon.
And there
Three
he
of
is.
which are
Danny
like fourth
Fuller's in the
starters.
chat.
I mean, your regular great starters like a Skubal or those guys, they're not lighting it up yet, but they will.
Yeah, Skeens had a bad outing to start, and then he kind of rebounded his last game, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You knew he was. I mean, he wasn't going to keep
Yeah.
a 67.25 ERA for the whole season.
No, but that was that first show when you said that, I was like, I didn't even know how to respond. You know what I mean?
We always overreact in the first couple.
I think Jacob Mizorowski
Zerowski.
for
Yes.
the Brewers, 28 strikeout. That kind of stuck out to me since we're on pitching.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
So for right now, for the Tigers, let's get back to the standard. Let's look at the case.
Jeremy,
here.
did anyone picture the Twins to be in second place right now?
No.
No, but it won't last. Casey Mize is leading the team with 18 strikeouts after two outings with a 1-1 record. Tariq Skubal's 1-2 with 16. Jack Flaherty has 14. Framber Valdez has 12, and he's 1-1. And Jack Flaherty's 0-1. Hader Montero had a heck of a day yesterday. He struck out 7 for a total of 2 in his 2 starts. So,
Marcus, Danny, what's up?
Fuller.
yeah,
Come on,
good to see
Dan.
everybody.
Danny Fuller in the house.
It's I don't know. I don't know. I think they lost. I'm not sure.
I
Yeah,
take it you're
4 to
playing
5.
Michael this.
4 to 5 was the final.
That's
All
what
5 runs came after the 8th inning.
That's what I thought.
They were leading 4-0 with 8 scoreless innings by Max. I would have just let him pitch the 9th.
I'm doing good, Danny. How about yourself?
They
buddy?
weren't leading 4-0, dude. It was 3-3. It was 3-2. It was 3-3 after Max
Yeah.
Fried got out in the 8th inning.
Because I said no on my score thing. It said he had no earned runs.
They weren't up for. They weren't up for nothing. I watched it. It was 3-3, Jeremy.
Oh, okay. But I'm just saying, they said on the scoring for Yahoo, it showed that no earned runs happened for Max Fried today. Sorry. So that's what I was going by.
Because they were losing 2-1, and they got a double from Caballero in the top of the eighth to go up 3-2.
What, he finally woke up, huh? Caballero, he's been asleep. Like
good win, Danny. You guys
40.
needed that.
I still would take him over Anthony Volpe. I need that.
I would too, right now.
Not hitting 160. I don't want him or his defense. I'll tell you right now.
He's a speedster, though. You got to
if
be on base.
You can't steal first base. So,
Jeremy,
you're right about that.
Curious, any way we can move everyone up so that comments aren't blocking everyone out?
Yeah, I can see about doing that.
I was just curious because I thought that usually bothers you a little bit
at times.
Yeah, I went to make moves today, but everyone picked up the guys I was going after, so I didn't make it.
You got to be quick, 3:00 in the morning, like me.
Paul, you're out of control. I love it.
Yeah. 20.
Keith, go ahead.
Since last week, though, you know what? Since last week, and we talked about it, you guys have been picking up a lot more players this whole week. Everybody has been. It's been a lot more active.
I did a few because I was looking at who's inactive, who's hurt, and type stuff that was buried in my roster, and switched out those guys.
Now that my fantasy hockey season is coming to an end here, and I'm getting my completely kicked to the curb in the championship game, I've turned focus into fantasy baseball.
You've been making some moves.
Mainly pitchers, though. My batters I just got to wait for them to get a little warm.
You're doing just fine, Michael Denton Edwards. You're beating me 2-7. I don't want to hear it.
I do what it takes. I'm relentless when it comes to fantasy baseball.
Is your team doing better this week, Boston Paul?
I'm saying 5-5. I don't know what's going on. My hitters, nobody's hitting. Nobody.
You're playing
in the major leagues.
The hitting's been atrocious across the American League side.
It's been
general. There's been a couple of teams that are able to
fantasy baseball league.
No, I don't think you knew that.
I just wanted to let you know we're in the same fantasy baseball league.
I did.
It's carried over to regular baseball, and fantasy is kind of the same. The hitters are just not hitting. It's right. And I expected that anyway. Any major league season, the pitchers are to me always ahead at the beginning.
So I got a question for Keith. Keith, what do you do on your what? I don't know anything about you. I just want to get caught up real quick because I'm sure I missed the morning introductions.
That's best football guy out there, right there, Keith.
We right.
College football, he's unbelievable.
I host several shows on TGI Sports Talk. College football, college sports huddle on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. We do Mondays and Friday mornings. I host with Jack Hirsch with Jack and Keith's Weekend Playbook from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern. On Sundays, we have the Stream of Consciousness where we're kind of all over the place for a couple hours at 9 a.m. And then I'm on a couple other roundtables Wednesday night, Sunday morning with the group from McGrath. The McGrath Podcast Network. Did I get everything? Oh, Major League update on Fridays at 3 p.m. So used to do a lot of interviews. When I started doing some podcasting, I was interviewing a lot of former athletes and had a lot of fun doing it, but it got to be just a chore to track these guys down. Do a lot of work with them not showing up. But I got a lot of great stuff in the can. I keep promising some of my viewers that I'll go back to doing it, and I just haven't been able to pull the trigger. But we have a blast doing this stuff, and happy to join you guys tonight.
Keith, that's like one of the biggest problems. Like, how many no's can you take before you're just like, all right, I gotta cool it, or stop sending out invites all the time, or
it's not even the no's so much, Adam. It's when the guys are good to go, right? And you get all prepared, and I used to always over prepare, and then they don't show. Now you're stuck with an hour empty. You got to fill, and
that's what I mean. Like, that's like a no to me. But you never really say it out loud, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
who's got
now
the
that I'm
best
caught up.
batting average on your teams? Adam, go ahead with you. Who's got your best batting average with the Pittsburgh Pirates there?
I would say Brian Reynolds, but that's just me. No, O'Neill Cruz. He went 4 for 4 today. But let me. I thought you were going to ask me about my Indians.
I'll ask that next. I start with the team I don't hate first.
I like Adam already when he uses the Indians.
I know. We were talking about that before the show.
Listen. Jeremy's never going to let me talk about the Indians, especially when I got a 2-game lead right now over his Detroit Tigers.
No, just the fact you use Indians. That's all it is, Adam. It's really got nothing to do with the team.
I mean, I still can't believe they named it after a bridge that a lot of people got DUIs on.
Yeah. That sounds more politically incorrect than
I thought it was great that they named it after a girls' roller hockey team in Charleston.
Jeremy, Chase is the leading hitter on the Indians at 273. I know that. But I will give me a minute. Go somewhere else.
Okay, Boston Paul. What about you with your Red Sox? Who's leading the way? There's got to be somebody close to 300.
William Abreu, 392. He's leading the team in home runs, I think, RBIs and average. He's doing really great this year. Typically in a season, you'd see him hit 20, 25 home runs, maybe 80 RBIs, 270, 80 average. He's growing this year. He's going to be good. Roman Anthony's thinking the joint out right now with average. The whole Red Sox team is. Don't even get me started when I do my Red Sox report if they do it. It's all downhill from here. But my Boston boys are kind of disappointed right now. And shout out to them, whoever's listening for Boston. I feel for you guys.
Guardians sound like a pregnancy prevention squad promoted by family planning service.
Terrible.
Oh, Michael.
Terrible.
Michael motorcycle.
What did Michael say? I didn't even see it.
I said, Guardians sound like a pregnancy prevention squad promoted by a family planning service, not a professional sports team.
I love Michael. I love Michael.
Yeah,
I heard they were going to try and fight to go back to the Indians, which I hope people start to see how they were like really started. They named their team because they had 2 Indians playing on their team back in the 40s.
Well, Adam, if you actually take a poll, 90% of Native Americans aren't offended by that name. It's the small minority of white liberals are offended by it. That's what
just like the Redskin name.
Yeah, same thing.
I didn't see their jerseys. I know they came out, and a lot of people liked them. I didn't see them.
Well, yeah, the Redskins. I've heard talk about them changing back too. Another,
Yeah, their
right.
jersey. They're going back to the Redskins jersey.
Color scheme. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keith, you give me your best hitter off the team that you like right now.
Ben Rice on fire. Ben Rice just eating it up and taking it to the next level while everybody else, Stanton's hitting for now. He'll go into a month slump here anytime.
So you're telling me we have 2 Yankees guys and a Red Sox guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
These are like, are we in like dangerous territory?
And Adam,
like fighting words.
Adam, 2 Patriot guys too. Me and Keith.
What? Now this is totally not making any sense. But all right, I get it. Keith, where are you from?
It doesn't bother me. Brady's not in the league anymore. I like Drake May.
Where at, buddy?
I'm from upstate New York, near Albany.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Little north of Albany.
So what made you a Patriots fan?
When I was a kid, I'm 66 years old. So when I was a kid in 1971, I went to a Patriots game with a buddy of mine and his father and his friend, and I've been a fan ever since.
Okay.
He's at least a diehard Patriots fan, not these freaking people.
Not a bandwagon jumper.
AKA a lot of them when Brady took over, because you obviously remember how awful the Patriots were prior to Bledsoe and Brady. Most of most of your so-called Patriots fans
Keith,
can't
Keith,
remember that.
Keith and I lived through some terrible years. Let me just tell you that much.
I still think out of that Tom Brady roast, the best line he had was when he was introducing Drew Bledsoe. He goes, yeah, and that weekend in 9/11, it wasn't the only two towers that fell. The other ones were Drew Bledsoe's legs.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
I was like, oh my God, he went there.
There were a lot of bad years, though, Paul. You're right. Believe
you
me.
know,
10 years
I mean,
season tickets.
Sheba Stadium, Keith, and the plain metal seats all those years.
For 10 years,
Foxborough
we had
Stadium?
season tickets and sat on those bleachers.
At Foxborough,
terrible.
right?
25 degrees below zero with the wind blowing. Oh, God.
When it was Schaefer Stadium.
Then it
Oh,
was
it
Foxborough Stadium.
And then,
No, Yankees,
before
Panthers,
that, they
T-Wolves,
played
and Arizona
Fenway.
Coyotes in the NHL.
Well,
All right,
yeah, you
Landon,
know why
good
they
to see you.
They played at Fenway because
Yep.
the AL, they were the AL and the NL. But the problem was the AL stadiums were under 50,000. But when the league merged, a lot of the teams from the AL had to build, new stadiums that could hold at least 50,000 people. Like that's what the Bills had to do because they played at the Rock Pile before they moved to Orchard Park.
War Memorial, right?
Did this kid follow Arizona to Utah or what?
Borussia Dortmund. Don't know who that is. But anyways, so Jamie, who's your second best hitter with the Yankees there? He got Ben Rice out of the way.
That was easy.
I already said, well, when he's on, Caballero. When he's not, he's not. So.
Well, that's a lot of guys right now. For my Tigers, it's Cole Keith, Kevin McGonigal, and Dylan Dingler.
Would you believe Ryan O'Hearn is the leading hitter on the Pirates right now at 341?
No,
9-5 and in first place right now. The Pirates. That's crazy.
He's a good hitter. He's a good power hitter too.
Yeah. I like that team, Adam. I think that they're going to win a wild card in the NL. I really do.
I have them coming in third, but if they can keep playing like this, because I mean, obviously they beat Cincinnati last week, and they just beat the Cubs for this series anyway because they already won 2 games. So
yeah.
So I mean, these are big wins right now in the beginning of the season. So
Pirates can be legit. The power they brought into their lineup.
I love
the pitching that they have.
The kid,
Marcell Ozuna to get back on track because he's not doing too good at all right now at all.
You must have seen this comment, Adam, about Connor Griffin's 9-year, $140 million contract. You saw what Paul said.
No one really knows how excited I am about this kid. I
love this kid, but
I don't get excited about much about these Buccos lately. But now I hope they link Paul, but I don't know if he's going to stay. But they're showing potential by signing Griffin for 9 years.
I think he's got 1 foot. I think he knows what this situation is when he says about that contract that Connor's going to be the face of this franchise for a long time to come. I think that's pretty telling right there that he knows he won't be around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, here's the funny thing. You want pitchers to be the face of the franchise when they literally play 1 game every 5 days.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do that. You want a guy that's going to play at least 100 and...
Yeah, but don't you think
they're never going to pay him?
Keith, don't you think that Paul Skeens has 1 foot in the Yankees clubhouse right now?
I don't know where. I mean, again, the Yankees are, for them on an austerity budget as well. They don't want to spend money either.
Oh, they'll spend money on him. He's going to the Yankees. I'm telling you. I don't see him going anywhere else.
The only way he doesn't go to one of the big teams is if they do pass the CBA for a hard cap.
I hope they don't.
I hope they don't either, but at the same time, there's been a lot more buzz through the owners that they want it.
I'm sure the owners want it. Of course they do. Because the guys that don't want to spend money and are making money hand over fist. I mean, the Rockies are one of the most profitable teams in baseball because they don't spend any money, but they bring in revenue. Why would they want to go out and spend and win? Artie Moreno doesn't want to win. He thinks fans don't have the not even winning isn't in the top 5 priorities for fans, according to Artie Moreno. Why would these guys care about? They want caps. Sure, they do.
You know, if there's a salary cap, I want a cap on the clothes they sell.
Yeah,
I don't want to spend.
right.
I don't want to spend
cap
$50
on that. I want a cap on tickets.
I don't want to cap. I don't want to spend $50 on a new era baseball hat. I want to go back to when they were $19.99 to $25. I know it ain't going there, but I mean, you know, as a fan, that's a legitimate question. Why can't we get, you know, if they're going to put a cap on stopping your team from blowing it out of the water and bringing home a championship, to forcing everyone to be equal?
Every other sports have it.
I don't get, but baseball shouldn't be capped.
They're making too much in baseball. That's the thing. But they're making money that we don't even us like podcasters, we don't make that kind of money. There's people starving out in the world that can't afford to make groceries, and these guys are making $700 million. It's ridiculous.
And obviously they're not putting their money towards it anyway, so who cares?
No, but that's my point. It's like they shouldn't be making that much money when you got the general public starving and people need money to buy groceries.
As long as somebody's willing to pay you, you're worth the money.
Right.
Seven. There's nobody on this planet is worth any regular job, any professional. Nobody's worth $700 million.
I didn't say they go out. I will tell you they're worth it. If when I was working before I retired, I was worth what the people were willing to pay me.
Yeah, but you weren't worth $700 million, though.
No, it doesn't matter because I could have not worked and said I want $700 million, but nobody was going to give it to me. This is a free market society. The market drives what you get paid. Now,
but every other sport has a cap because they make good livings, not insane livings.
Let the teams go out of business that don't want to spend money and lose money. And then you will find the salaries will come down because there'll be less jobs. Of course, the Players Association will fight against that.
I'm just saying, you got all these people starving out there that need to make ends meet.
Let's get off that. Let's get off that rant.
I want to get this point.
Do sports, you know.
What do we say the Dodgers made? $475 million or whatever it was last year with the salary cap, and they ended up, you know, the owners, if they were looking to make a lot of money, you know, their salary was what, 375 or 385. So they still had to pay all their bills. I mean, the Dodgers owners still made money, but it wasn't.
Still got to spend it well.
Great money,
right? That's the reason why is because most of that money isn't even paid out yet. Let's get it real. A lot of it is deferred payments that they did on those long-term contracts that go due after the contracts are done, like Shohei Ohtani.
Colin Howard wants a salary cap in baseball. Go ask Ken.
There's a lot of us that want it. I am one. I want it because then it brings more parity into the league. That's the only reason why
parity.
I
want parity too.
Yeah, but then
parity? I want the teams who have, you know what?
Why would you make it even if you're gonna make every team even? Like
exactly.
All of a sudden the Pirates are gonna be a great team because
the NFL and the NHL shouldn't do it. Then they do it, and you got parity.
Who wants parity? I want great teams. If there's bad teams, there's bad teams. I want great teams. I don't want parity.
Look, all these guys are free agents.
We're saying that because we're Yankee fans. That's why.
All these guys are free agents. All 32 MLB teams have a chance to sign this guy. You have a contract to pay him what you think he's worth, and then all of a sudden someone comes in and says, "Hey, man, you're worth about $5 to $7 million."
It's why we didn't pay Juan Soto. Juan Soto wasn't worth what he was worth.
What team are you going for? Are you going for the one?
Why do you think the Yankees didn't want to pay Juan Soto? That was way too much money for Juan Soto.
I don't even think Juan Soto's that good, but anyway.
Yeah, again, so it's
good point, Michael.
He wasn't worth to the Yankees. He wasn't worth $750 million. That's fine. That's their call to make. And I agree in that case. And
if you're going to argue about deferred payments, then you shouldn't be able to restructure contracts in the NFL either to make cap room.
Yeah.
The salary cap in football is a joke.
Oh no, I mean if you're arguing about deferred payments, that's all breaking down That's all restructuring does is defer a payment. And I know we're getting way off Jeremy's show, and he's
But I'm going to argue deferred payment and a restructure is two totally different things.
It's not different.
No. Yes, it is, because you're talking about changing something to signing bonus, and you extend the cap out only 2 years. You're not talking about 20 years down the road. Bobby Bonilla is still being paid by a deferred payment.
I know he's going to last out longer than Ohtani and
Connor
Griffin.
Ohtani's is so big he'll outlast Bonilla's.
But then you should okay, so you want to put a cap in, and all of a sudden, what if these guys want to defer their payment till they're done?
You should want a salary cap, Adam. You're getting the current system screwing your team over. That's why.
No, my owner doesn't want to spend money. Look at how much he makes.
They're a small market team.
We're not. We're not. You see all this pirate gear behind me? You think that's a small market team? No.
It is compared to the Red Sox and the Yankees.
If you don't have money, don't buy a Major League Baseball team. If you don't want to compete, then don't buy a team.
That's my point, Keith.
Don't buy a team.
There you go.
There we go. I'm not. I never want to restrict earnings in any, not in real life or sports. It's not what.
Yeah, but the reality is the difference between our jobs and baseball guys' jobs. We're never going to make $700 million. That's why.
Listen,
Jamie, I don't want to get into that side of it because
Jeremy, you're already quitting on making that money.
No, but that's true. If you think about it, what I'm saying is true.
So, Jamie, when you make that kind of money, are you going to just give it to everybody?
I'm never going to make $700 million. No, that's not possible.
I'm just talking about in general. If you make enough money where you survive, are you going to start just handing it out?
For charity, but no, I would keep most of it to myself.
Right. So you can't blame any of these players because you just double standard yourself.
Right, but I think these players should.
You just double standard yourself. You just literally said they make enough money where they can pay for all the homeless and stuff.
I would donate it to homeless. I'd donate mine to homeless and charity. I would.
But you just said you wouldn't. You just said
no,
you would.
I would. I meant to say I would. I changed my mind.
Okay. Until you get it, then all of a sudden you're like, do I want that Lambo or do I want to give it to the homeless?
I'd rather give it to the homeless because the Lambo, you blow out that type of money. Most of these athletes that blow out that type of money end up broke. That's what happens.
You could go broke giving it away too.
You will go broke faster giving it away.
Right.
It's better giving it away than to spend it on useless dog poo.
Yep. I hear you. It's the same thing.
But anyway, Jeremy, you want to move?
You want to move on to what, buddy?
You want to move on to what you were going to say?
Jeremy, move on to what you're going to say.
I just let's get off of the whole salary thing because I know where you're at on that. I understand it, Jamie, but yet at the same time you kind of go way off there. But a restructure in football is nowhere near a deferred payment like it is in baseball, in my opinion.
But that's what we'd be doing this all the time then, every year, Jamie, to get all these players underneath contract. Now all of a sudden you're doing AA, AAA. Does that come into your salary cap?
No, that's a separate league.
Why wouldn't it? Because now all of a sudden you got to pay out more money to go downtown in the farm. But why wouldn't that be part of the salary cap? It's still part of your team.
They're only like 800 to 950,000 rookie salaries, and I say only because that's relative to what they actually make. But really, I would love to make 950,000. But I'm speaking the language of the players because it's only 950 for the rookie to them.
I'd like to make a quarter of that.
Right, exactly. That's true. Yeah.
I mean,
if teams want to get salaries under control, they'll do what the Pirates just did and what the San Diego Padres did with Tatis. Again, the Pirates did with Griffin. You sign guys for and hope. Again, you're speculating that he's going to be as good as you think he is, and I think he is. They do. Now, because he has no opt-outs for that.
That's what the Sox did with Roman Anthony. They did the same thing.
And I hope he has no opt-outs either, because I'm fine giving guys $140 million for 9 years with no opt-outs, right? Because
I'm okay with that. That's okay.
Yeah, I think That's the way he'll keep salaries under control. Now he'll be 28 years old. He'll cash in, still be able to cash in big time in 9 years, but he's got
he's 19 with $12 million a year. About
these guys are fools to not do that because in 2 years he could get hurt and never play again.
Right
now, he's got a guaranteed contract for 10 years.
It's life-changing money.
It is,
and I'm glad there's no opt-outs because what happens is, and he may very well complain in 2 or 3 years when he's not getting paid fair market value in his mind for his performance if he's as good as we all think he'll be. But he doesn't have any options to change that, which I like. I'll give you life-altering money. I'll give you $140 million guaranteed without you doing anything. You've gotten 5 hits in your career.
I like the salary floor instead of the salary cap because that's what the players want.
There should be a floor.
So what did that equal to? What is it, about $15 million a year? What?
Something like that, right?
Right. So anybody, you can't tell me that anybody can't live off $15 million a year. Anybody in the world could live off $15 million a year. There'd be a fool not to take it. It's the best thing for baseball, especially if they have no opt-out. Like Keith just said, this one thing could keep the salaries down.
The one thing I've always hated was giving guys these long-term contracts, and you can opt out in 2 years, 3 years, and as soon as you think you're not getting paid enough, you're gonna do that.
Yeah, baseball does have a lockout. Are we gonna go back to the steroids hitting home runs to save the game again 3 years after because it became so boring? Because
I don't even need that much. I could live off $15 million a year.
No, we're not going to do that because we already got the pitch clock. We got ABS. We got games going faster. The game is already better, Adam.
Jamie, after the lockout, after the strike and the lockout in '94, baseball really lost a lot of interest.
Right, but there was no pitch clock back then either, buddy.
Don't yell.
There was no pitch clock back then.
Jamie, do you understand? Baseball was completely dead from '94.
You're lecturing me, buddy? Adam, you're lecturing me. You're going to lecture me right now.
I'm telling you the truth.
Well, he's right. So
he is right. No, he's 100% right. Go ahead.
I'm telling you the truth. Like, baseball was dead from '94
They're
to
not going to go back to steroids. The MLB's sensitive with that now, man.
I know, but that wasn't the joy. That isn't what he's getting at. Are they going to find something else to promote that'll make people be better so that they draw eyes to it? Because until that whole Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa run, and then the Barry Bonds stuff, baseball was dead.
Dead. No one cared about it.
It was less watched than what was it? That there was something awful that I saw. Oh, wait, it was less watched here than soccer was at the time.
Jamie, you don't understand. Like, it was so dead.
Baseball, I do understand. My grandpa watched it back then too. He's been a Yankee fan. He was a Yankee fan since he was a little guy. He was born in 1933.
You're missing the point.
It was 6 years of death. Nobody cared about it.
No one cared, Jamie. No one cared.
The diehard fans
still watched it because the Yankees won a World Series in 1996.
I'm talking about the majority of America.
The diehard fans watched. But a majority of the youth group and everything else, it went away. That's why they started all those youth baseball programs around 97. And then in 98, it took off with the whole Sosa McGwire stuff.
Right. Yeah. They could find something. You already got that right now that's making the game better. You got I told you, pitch clock, ABS. There you go.
But
Jamie, you're missing what we're saying.
If it locks out for an entire season again, is what he's saying. If it locks out for an entire season when they're just starting to get fandom back to what it was just before 94, it's just now getting to that point. It's for viewership.
Right, because the pitch clock had a lot to do with that in 2023. That's why.
Pitch clock had nothing to do with viewership in baseball. Sorry.
Yes, it did, because the games are going faster now, and people can watch a baseball game that only lasts 3 hours. Clay Travis said that.
We don't need. Oh, good. Clay Travis. I should just bow to Clay Travis because Clay Travis said something.
I just know that
I know.
I never
Travis was right.
Gimmicks. We don't need gimmicks. We don't need gimmicks like ghost runners on second base and pitch clocks, and you can only throw to second base.
But the pitch clock makes the game go quicker. You don't get it, Keith.
We do understand that. You're not getting our point. You're missing.
Right. Jamie, yeah, you're not getting our point.
Well, baseball rule, they didn't need a pitch clock because there are rules in the rule book that would to speed up the game. The umpires didn't do it and enforce rules, and that's why baseball slowed down. You're not wrong that the game got boring and too long. You're right. But if you just enforce the rules that were already in play, you didn't need a pitch clock.
There used to be a 60. It was supposed to be 60 seconds between pitches.
Correct.
That was the original rule. It didn't need a pitch clock because they used to enforce it all the time.
Go to YouTube and watch a game from 1975 that lasted 2 hours and 2 minutes with
no sport, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, whatever, wants a lockout with replacement players. That's all I have to say.
Right.
I don't want any lockout. Listen, if they strike and any games are lost, I've been watching baseball for almost 60 years. I won't be back. I'm gone.
I suffered through the last one when they had replacements.
The only thing that I said is I wish they'd go back to 140 games so that the season ends sooner. Not because I want less games, but because of how late it goes.
Aren't they making it 186 games or something?
I don't think so.
No, that got voted down.
Oh, okay. But anyways, I didn't know. I just know I thought we talked about it on one of these shows.
We did back in one of the first ones, but it got shot down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so
I'd rather not let 12 teams in a postseason. That'll shorten the season as well.
That might stop us playing at Thanksgiving in the snow.
Good point.
That's my point. Is like the teams up here, like Detroit, Minnesota, Pittsburgh,
Boston,
any of them, even the New York teams. You start playing in late October, early Thanksgiving, you could have snowed out games.
And they have,
We've had them.
Yeah. And so what I'm saying is I miss when it used to be done before Halloween. Back when it was 140 games, your last week was the week before Halloween was the World Series.
Game 7 was always on that Sunday night because even ESPN football gave the slot for the World Series, remember?
Right. I know.
Well, again, 162 games didn't lengthen the season. Adding playoff teams did. I mean, again,
and no double headers that they used to have every week.
Yeah, we're not gonna
7 inning games
now, right?
I mean, if you're going to increase the games and then eliminate double headers, that's going to push the regular season back. Now the regular season ends at the end of September instead of mid-September is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of all of it that lengthens it. Yes, the extra teams in the postseason, it doesn't help. But the extra games and no double headers unless it's a rain out doesn't help either.
Well, when you have 4 teams making the playoffs, 2 divisions and then the World Series, so you played the LCS, the NLCS, and the World Series. The season was over by the last week in October all the time.
Right, it was always right. It was so much faster having just 2 divisions.
You know what, guys? Let me tell you one statement I have. The worst day of the year for me is the day that the baseball season ends. So I don't care if there's 200 games. I love baseball, and I wish it would just go on forever.
Baseball too, Paul.
I hate it. I hate the time between November and freaking spring training. It's just I don't care if they have 200 games. I want my baseball every day. That's just me, though.
You're allowed.
Like a lot of us like football like that. Like they have all these leagues after the NFL. They have this USFL league or whatever. And people, great, watch football. I could watch baseball every day for the rest of my life, and I'd be in heaven. But that's just me. And even my terrible Red Sox. I love the Red Sox, whether they're a 161 or 162-0. I don't care.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Oh, they go 162-0, and then they're going to get ousted in the first round, right?
I'm just saying. I love my Red Sox no matter what. My Patriots no matter what.
Same thing. I like the Yankees whether if they're whether, you know, it still takes them until 2019 to win one or they finally win one. You know, we're Yankee fans. Me and Keith, Paul, we're bred the same way. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and you know the camaraderie. Well, not camaraderie, but the
Rivalry.
rivalry between the Yankees and the Red Sox is nothing better. Nothing better for both towns.
Hey, I was young, but I still watch replays of what Don Zimmer did in the 03 CS.
Let me
He
guess.
merely got out of the way.
Right, Pedro could have like railed him, but he just kind of like touched him to move that way. It's not my fault.
You
The
know?
guy just rolled.
I mean, but
Don Zimmer was like the John Tortorella or like the Greg Williams of baseball.
But here's the thing with me, okay? I don't like the Yankees. Don't get me wrong, okay? I hate the Yankees, right? But I respect Yankee Stadium, what the Yankees have done, all of their great players, you know, from DiMaggio to whoever, Jeter to DiMaggio, all right? And everybody in between. You can't discount how great these players were and what they've done for baseball.
Right, the history, all the history.
Well,
And that's just it. I mean, I hate the
Adam,
Yankees,
your
and
buddy
I'll
Rich
tell you I
thinks Derek
respect them.
Jeter was overrated, but I got a bone to pick with him on that.
He wasn't overrated.
Rich said he was.
He's not overrated.
Rich
said if he wasn't
3,000 hits isn't
Rich said if he wasn't
overrated.
playing on the Yankees, he wouldn't be a Hall of Famer. That's what he said.
3,000 hits isn't overrated.
He said if he wasn't playing on the Yankees, he wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Whatever. That's stupid.
I know.
That's nutty talk.
That
It
is.
is.
See, I told you it is not.
It's just Rich. That's why. Well, if it's the same Rich, I think we're talking
It's
about.
Rich Richardson,
I don't know if that's
the one who usually comes on here.
Oh no, it's not the same one.
Well, we can't really. I'm not arguing with Rich right now because he's not even here to defend him.
Right. But I mean, you know, on baseball, I mean, you know, Keith, do you agree? I mean, with the Red Sox, okay? You don't like the Red Sox? You'll tell everybody you don't like the Red Sox, but do you respect some of the Red Sox players, Yaz and Williams and all that?
Of course, I've talked about this a lot. I loved Yaz. I loved Carlton Fisk, Dewey Evans.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody the best World Series of my lifetime is 1975, and that didn't include the Yankees. That was the Red Sox and Reds.
I went to the Game 2 of that series, Game 2 in 1975.
I can't wait.
You got to respect.
So this team gets to that big dance one time again because it's been since 1984.
2006, you made it, Jeremy. You lost.
No, I mean
to
winning.
win.
I mean winning.
Oh.
Winning.
Yeah.
Winning.
2011, you made it too, I think.
We have 4 championships in our illustrious history. Yay.
Yeah.
That's all right. You still love your team, don't you?
Yeah, amen.
There you go.
I haven't wavered.
It's all good.
Like, you know how hard it was to
Yeah.
be a Steelers fan from 33 to 69 before Chuck Noll entered the Pittsburgh Steelers realm?
Oh, that'd be awful.
They went through 14 head coaches. I think they had maybe 33 wins total in 40 years.
That was pre the merger, though. You have to remember Chuck Noll was still pre the merger, too.
I'm just saying, Jamie.
I don't count 1933 or any of that. I only count since the merger. I look at stats. That's why.
I'm just
Jamie's
saying.
the devil's advocate tonight.
I don't count the NFL from like the 1920 or the 33. Like, I count the AFL and the merger. That's all I count for stats.
All right, so you know how hard it was to be a Steelers fan from 80 to 91?
Well,
Same as the Patriots.
You know how hard it was to watch 4 Super Bowls get lost in a row?
Well, I can't say that with the Patriots, but I mean.
No, but the guy below me can.
Oh, we have the loss.
Yeah, because they're
most losses. Also.
Yeah, we do.
4 Super Bowls in a row, yeah.
But I'll take the 10 Super Bowls or whatever.
And if it wasn't for the 1 year of the strike, Minnesota could say the same thing. They lost 4 in a row.
Best years of my life.
Yeah.
Best years of my life, Keith.
I look at. I'm a young guy. I have a tendency to I look at things like things evolve, but a lot of older timer people don't really look at it that way, that things evolve. I'm a younger guy and I look at things like that things evolve.
Wait a minute. Time out. I have to take issue with the fact. You're right, and I am guilty of a lot of times. I am not okay with things evolving. I'm not good with change, but you just can't ignore all the history that happened before you started paying attention to sports.
Right. That's true. That's a fair point.
Do that, and it's because I'll be honest with you. You're cheating yourself by ignoring all that stuff that happened before the merger in football, for instance. There was a lot of teams in the NFL before then.
There was. My team being one of them back then.
So
from 34 to 57, 4 championships. What happened? William Clay Ford bought it in 63, and it went downhill until
he turned it into the Edsel.
So what happens whenever the NFL goes, just like MLB did with the league, and all of a sudden they merged all them stats together?
Oh,
just saying. I don't know if NFL is going to do it, but you never know.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't know.
Merging the stats together is something that I was not crazy about.
Oh, but Shohei and Cal Raleigh just went deep on my team. Dude, I'm playing Dylan. I'm playing Dylan this week.
Is he beating you?
He was.
Till that happened.
I might get my first win.
You know what kills me? So the Red Sox didn't win a World Series for like 100 years, right? They won in 2004. Okay, my Uncle Mike, who is responsible for my love of baseball and taught me how to play baseball, and bought me my first real glove, which was a Wilson A2000 back in the 70s. Died in 1999, and he couldn't.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
No, that's okay. I understand. He died in 1999. Never got to see a Red Sox World Series.
Yeah.
And that kills me more than anything. I wish my Uncle Mike was there.
You know what kills me? Think about this. This year I turned 56. The 56-57 season was the last time that the Lions won a championship.
Yeah, that's pretty.
My dad was 7 turning 8 years old.
You got to grow up watching Barry Sanders, Megatron. You got to grow up watching.
I'd have traded any one of them for one Super Bowl.
You got Michael, did you donate shit-stained underwear? I'm just asking.
That's pretty much it. Saying he probably donated underwear older than Jamie.
What did he say? Oh my God!
Right here. Jamie just said he is an older guy. He is younger than the last blank, and it's long enough to be underwear. I donated to Goodwill.
That's why I laugh, Paul. I feel bad. I saw
that.
that.
Paul, that came up at the bad time when you were talking.
No, I get it. No, I'm just saying, and I get that. I don't hold anything like that with you. It was at the right, but yeah, it just kills me that my Uncle Mike, who, like I said, he's responsible for my love of baseball. My love of the number 6, Rico Petrocelli, my favorite Red Sox player, and he didn't get to see the Red Sox win a World Series, and I've seen 4 now, and it just kills me.
How the Yankees let all these great Long Island guys get off to Boston, like Rico and how's that happen? Jeez.
Rico is terrific. He was a drummer. I'm a drummer. I don't know if you guys know that. I used to play drums.
I did not.
Not as much anymore, but playing since I was 8 years old, and played baseball. I loved every time Rico got up to bat. Uncle Mike would be watching the game together, and he'd go, "Watch this, Paul. Watch this, Paul." The dock, and the dock meant he was going to hit a home run. And Rico would get up, and Uncle Mike would say, "Watch this, the dock," and he'd hit a home run. And it was the most amazing thing. And it's just nothing like baseball. No. Except for football. Football is good too, but nothing like baseball.
You're just shaking your head, John.
You just spent 10 minutes going on about how you love baseball more than anything in life, and then said, well, except for football.
Well, football's close. Football's close. I love football too, but my baseball's my baseball. Ask anybody who knows me.
I'm the same way,
and I live and die by it.
That's why I'm so passionate about things. The way the game is, we need to evolve. I agree, but I'm so passionate about the way the game isn't what I grew up with.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It's hard for me.
Yeah.
So I do want to say thank you guys for coming on and talking a little baseball. And we got a little crazy, a little heated about some things, and that's okay because
we're not done
we're
2 hours.
passionate.
Yeah, but then at least Ken and I we may have argued, but then we came together and said we're still gonna root for our teams. And Paul, Keith, me and Paul had a little our rivalry, but we all came together and agreed that we would cheer for our teams no matter what. So that was a little kumbaya moment. There.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with a little heat, a little debate either. You know.
Keith,
I'll spend 2 hours doing this tomorrow morning, arguing with people back and forth.
I'll see you then.
Go ahead and shout out your channel, Keith. Tell everybody how they can find you.
TGI Sports Talk. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Shows Mondays and Friday mornings, Wednesdays.
Thank you, chicken.
Catch us, and everybody's welcome. We certainly like to drive it. I like to say I don't do a lot. I do the roundtable shows, but I never work with a co-host except for Jack Hirsch, and the fans, the commenters are my co-hosts, and we have a lot of fun on, especially on Sunday mornings, right, Paul?
Oh yeah.
You never know.
I love that show.
You never know what's going to happen on a Sunday morning.
I love going to your show. Keith is terrific. Any of you guys have a chance, please go take a listen to Keith's show. He's terrific.
Adam, go ahead and give it quick synopsis of your channel, and then I'll let Jamie do his nice long little outro.
We got Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube, guys. Got shows usually every night, I believe. As far as I know, I kind of let my guys do it whenever they can, go whenever they go. Jamie's one of those on schedule guys, and I love that. I love that about him. Every Tuesday, every Tuesday 8 p.m. him and Joe usually on the ball unless something comes up for one of them. Me and Rich do our show on Wednesday nights, Steel City Sports Talk. Monday we do a little bit different show on Baseball Talk because me and Jeremy can't do the same show, or else that would just be an awkward moment. I think. So yeah, that's and then you can find me here. You can find me on the Fired Up Guys over there on Thursday night too. So that's the way we do it.
Community, we help each other out, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Jamie, hit it.
All right, Keith. You might want to grab a pillow for this one because this is Jeremy calls this the longest outro ever. So here we go. You're hearing this for the first time. So you guys can follow me, yours truly, at Bill's Chat 1, at Bill's Mafia Chat, and also at Jamie Malloy, the unbiased journalist, at DJ Dog Tags on Twitter X, theforkball.com, and fansidus.buffalodown.com, where I write about all sports. And then every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, maybe you can catch Joe Dalio and I on the Subway Conversation. We just finished episode 3 of season 3 of that, so you can check that out. And then 9 o'clock p.m. every Tuesday nights, we do open mic night. That's with me, Adam, Jeremy, and some of the crew there. And then every Wednesday night, you can catch me, Jeremy, Chicken Nugget, Michael, these guys in the comments there, and all of Jeremy's wonderful KCB Huddle Sports Network crew for the NFL Roundtable Talks, and then every Saturday night from 9 to about 10ish, we stay here on Huddle Sports Network for Baseball Roundtable Talks with Jeremy, Adam, Rich, Boston, Paul, and for the first time, Keith. It was a pleasure to meet you, obviously, Keith.
You too.
Yep. And thank you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, or don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, comment, ring the bell for all notifications. And for more NFL and baseball news on the Huddle Sports Network, you can find us on Roku TV, Amazon TV, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. I'm Jamie Malloy, and for all of us here at the Baseball Roundtable on the Huddle Sports Network / KCB Sports Network, this has been another episode of Saturday Night Baseball Roundtable Talks. We'll see you next Saturday, everybody. Good night, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the for the NFL roundtable.
Thank you, Jamie.
Absolutely. Paul, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you. And I think basically it's here for now, right?
It's here for now, and I'm just a guy that loves baseball, and
I love
it. Again, I'm going to be probably doing my own podcast at some point, but not yet. And I'm learning, and I appreciate you guys, and that's about it.
All right. And as always, as I say here at the KCB Sports Network, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way we can make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love, everybody, and we are out.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.